Hi, Ariana. Come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here is your shaman scroll made in sacred sepia ink in your name, of course, if you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms. Ariana, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I'm going to open up here. You are welcome to join me. We're going to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name, honor, and aura of Ariana. Ariana. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. Ariana. I did. Okay. Thank you. Let's go. I will do my best to share my insights with the camera views. Please bear with me. But I kind of want, I've been wanting, cards were called out for you, so I'm going to go ahead and listen to that. So I'm just going to draw out some oracle cards here for you as I am scrying, and you are welcome to take a look yourself. So your shaman's palm inkblot here is in the mid world, and we'll add on accordingly to the caves if there's anything you see. I feel like I'm smiling. There's a specific Muppet that I'm seeing, but it's not a commonly known Muppet. I don't know if it's like a rock star or part of a band or something along that lines. I kind of feel like he's in the world of Animal with the Drummer. Yeah, that's so funny. Just something along that lines. Very fun, but kind of like cool and jazzy. Cool and jazzy is the way I'm seeing it. I'm also seeing ducks or loons. They're floating on water and they're kissing or eating from something. Sorry, I don't want to activate the autofocus too much, but it is what it is. Interesting. I'm seeing my ears. My eyes kind of look down a little bit, like I'm peering. I'm peering at something. Interesting. I'm peering. Okay, so in your cave of ice, wind, your thoughts, hurt, fire, water, your cave of rivers, and your cave of earth, and then we'll add on some Metatron cards for your spirit space. But if anything stands out to you, I'm going to dig in here. So thank you as always. I've got my hands in close to my chest, something about keeping my cards close to my chest, and then my arms open up. It's like I'm giving and then receiving. I'm giving and receiving. And also other times I feel like, if I may, it's like my chest breastplate area are like glasses. I see with my high heart, and I'm mindful or very discerning when I keep things close to my chest and when I open up. I don't know what this is in relation to, if it's working with spirit, those in the afterlife, energies, incarnate, or if they are disincarnate. But I feel like it's this back and forth, and I really have to see with my high heart how I'm going to go about this with like this jazzy kind of feel, this cool dude kind of feel over there. And when I'm peering a little bit, I'm looking at frequencies. I feel like I'm watching a TV show. Yeah, I'm going to say that's how it feels. Like I'm seeing static on the TV, but it comes into motion. I also feel like I can read land. If you understand, like Ted Andrews style, like I can read landscapes. Now, whether this is land of the living, just in general, or land of the non-living, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I can read land in my eyes, and I'm very mindful. And the spirit box here, there's that lantern there, but there's I think it's a woman or a spirit at the door. So I think that you work with spirit some way, like a spirit psychologist in some way, shape, or form. Interesting. Okay, so when I come into your cave of ice of persistence, it's like chipping away at an ice block kind of feel. But it doesn't feel, it feels like I carve things out of ice. Maybe this is because I'm seeing the show Frozen, when I wander into Frozen, and I can make beautiful things of what others have deemed an obstacle. Look at all that coloring. It's so beautiful. I can grow things, and even like desert to ice areas in the cave of ice. It's like I have lived and existed in the ice age, and I know how to do this. Maybe it's just simple I don't mean simple, but for you, or at least being in your aura, thank you, it could appear a little bit more inspirationally simple to navigate such cold emotions or blocks. Like, I know how to melt them. And when I come here into your cave of wind, like, this is my thoughts. This is what I want. This is what I want for myself and for others. This Buddha belly of joy. There's also the rainbow action going on here, coming out of the closet. Maybe you help people. Maybe it's also, I'm seeing it like skeletons in the closet. So there could be something along that lines of working through your own skeletons in the closet, or you help other people. Because now I'm seeing myself like rubbing my eyes, and it's like, am I seeing that? Or within myself, actually, is how I'm seeing it. And when I come into the cave of hearth fires with Jesus and open your heart up into love, it's like, I just feel like you can embrace a lot of different kind of creatures, a lot of different kind of animals. And that includes the human animal, right? The animalistic part of being gentle. And that doesn't necessarily mean like dominion has gone through domestication. I feel like you've been working on something at a level that you've been, it's like someone going for like their doctorate in, metaphysics, or in doctory, or in lawyering, whatever the case may be. Like, pick something. It's not necessarily the point of what it is in its context, but you have been persistent. I also feel like spirit is persistent, incarnate or disincarnate, at knocking at your door. Knocking at your door. Come and knock at my door. I'll be waiting for you. And maybe that's why I'm like, nope, I got to snuggle in, protect, and just kind of, serve the self, and then I can serve spirit. Maybe this is just people around you. I'm not entirely sure. But nonetheless, you are seeing the situation clearly. You see, even like with that squint that was coming in, you see things clearly through the landscapes. Yeah, you can see things coming and going, coming and going. Because even in your Inkblot, so I'm seeing like a little, I don't know how to express it. Let's see here. See if I can bring it up. This little guy right here. Excuse my nails. I'm in the middle of a bunch of tapestries and whatnot. I'm seeing two things. One is in the show Mandalorian, how they have like jetpacks on, and I'm seeing it that way. So they all have a service and they're underground. So maybe this is something you don't share with people. It's not for me to figure out. Never looking to be right or wrong, just simply explore. I'll regain that space. Thank you. But you see things that are mirages. So again, it kind of brings me into that spirit space, but also things that maybe people are trying to, it's like seeing ice before it's ice. You can see it change forms within yourself or with others. You have a male spirit guide that keeps trying to step forward, or at least to me in this energy. Yeah, he keeps trying to step forward. Also, it's like I'm seeing a flame. It's not a flamethrower, but it's kind of like what you would use to melt ice. And it's in and around the shoulder neck area. That's, over there, shoulder neck area. Hey there, little red riding. Interesting. I can't remember, but that's bringing me up for when I did a reading for Lenore from Ula Tea Leaf reading. So maybe resonate with her, but she had Little Red Riding Hood in there as well. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Thank you. I'm gonna actually flip it. How you doing? If you haven't already, feel free to give this a thumbs up or a thumbs down equally, so I know that you've received it and you have watched it. Okay, Spirit of Healing. Yep. Okay, one more. Ariana. Thank you as always. Okay, Courage. I'm going to leave those actually there. They came out in a little bit of a purge, but I am going to keep them. Okay. Your Shaman of Ice. Yeah, see? There's somebody working with you, or even in your third eye space, you have some sort of vision about something. When I wander into it, because I'm seeing I'm being very stereotypical, and I'm doing that sincerely just to of the symbol stepping forward, like a voodoo priestess or some sort of priestess coming forward, priest or priestess. And it can almost be a little frightening at times where it feels like your presence might, it's like we're talking to somebody and she's like, oh, I see this around you. Oh, there's a gentleman behind you. And, it's so fun with the right crowd. It's so perfectly appropriate. Okay, so then I'm also seeing what I think is a book with wings and long legs, but I'm seeing the long legs and high heels. It's like seeing a sexy Valentine who wrote the book of love. Something about love. I don't know. Love for self. I'm seeing the eyelashes there. I'm also seeing glasses. Again, I don't know if you wear glasses or, thank you, the other alternative as it just transformed on me is like those 3D glasses. It's like, I don't know how old you are, but like back in the day, 3D glasses, like the red and blue ones, and they're like made of paper and cardboard. And these are like your 3D eyes. And some people would put the 3D glasses on to see things in 3D. I feel like either you take them off sometimes because you're like, I don't want to see all this landscape I can see, all these layers of living, the energy, the auras, the energies, auras, and oh my. But you have the vision and you're very persistent in protecting what brings you joy and what fills the Buddha and the beast per se, because they're not going to consume each other. There's no over consuming, but I do feel like there's something that in your persistence of purifying purifying the rainbow, the frequency food, maybe something about food is coming through, maybe the way you ingest food and moving with modern times and not holding yourself necessarily to the strictness and vigilance of before or a time before or a past from before, moving with the times, but seeing what is available to you now. Because maybe you work with herbs or simply whatever it is in your Who Wrote the Book of Love, incredible. But it's all very gentle in its healing ability, and it gives life, Like you have them. Maybe you are a healer, again, like opening up your eyes and your heart to healing. It's like I'm seeing Miss Pac-Man as well. And I've got all this broccoli in the brain. I've also got a very blatant gate there. And there's some sort of sacred conversation that's happening up here. It's like every so often I go and I can hear these little whispers like, and I can hear whispers of something. And in your cave of rivers, it's beautiful that it's shaman of reflection that has stepped forward with you, because through the reflection of the heart, it's like, I feel like what it's been through your entire reading. You see things, different layers of life, the different landscapes that are being presented, right? Like the public life that is presented to the private life, and then to the secret life people have. I don't know if you're like cosmic CIA or what's going on, but it's all very reflective. But it's like the healing part, the purification part, and the persistence is not to internalize it and keep it, but being part of the transmutation of it to purify the frequency of feeling, the frequency of the rainbow color, of the spectrum, actually, the spectrum of spirit, even beyond like infrared, ultraviolet, the whole kit and caboodle. Because coming back here into your cave of earth and coming out of the closet. So I don't know, in your shaman of foresight, it's like the hand on the window of I'm trying to connect with you, or you're aware that there's just spirit connecting with you and they leave like fingerprints around like messages. And it's kind of like the same thing where if you might, spit out something at the grocery store, like, oh, I'm feeling weird, or this place, it could be positive. It doesn't have to be startling. Like, oh, I just felt somebody touch my shoulder. But I feel like at the same time as you might be able to do that, spirit also does it on the other hand. They're like, I'm here. And they're trying to work with you. There's some frequencies of the foresight of these other feelers that are trying to work with you. Because there's definitely something about, or they want, need, desire healing. Because see all these handouts. And there's something like your energy is just like Jesuit about it. And with that came through it, it was the shaman of courage and ancestor of illusion. And I wanted to bring that out because it's like in the persistence of the vision and the foresight. So it's like between the pinky and your thumb of vision and foresight, and the three in between, the persistence and the purification of busting through illusions, not because they're illusions, they're just illustrations of possibilities that you're going to step into. And I feel like, again, with that mirage of layers of living, you can see them. You can see like that 3D holographic, what decides to step forward more so than the others. Does that make sense? I feel like it does. Okay. Let's wander into your spirit space, the space between your thumb and your pointer. If I didn't say so already, please feel free to give this a thumbs up or thumbs down just to let me know you got it, Ariana. And thank you so much for being my muse. How you doing? Transformation, light and dark. Again, there's like that Jesus feel, eh? But the light and the dark, the hands, the joy, the darkest purple to the lightest purple don't compete. They're bookends for the beautiful in between. I keep seeing like, I don't know if I'm eating Skittles or Lucky Charms. There's something along that lines that I'm eating on. It's like, I think it might be Skittles, but when I say that, it brings me back into purification. And then I have water, emotional well-being. This is what, see, high frequencies, not even messing around. Ariana is not messing around at all. And I say that as a compliment. Even orange juice, vitamin C, vitamin C. I can see. The way you see things adds vitamins to things. The gates up here, the gates of that conversation of the whispers, is these guys. I say these guys, but I'm just being very general. My shadow, my shine, the living and the non-living in density, let's say. The dominion of olive, the feeling of those on earth. It's like you are a grounding point for the frequencies and the faith in that. I don't know if you work with colors, chakras, feelings. It's not so much important for me to discern that. But there's something about it, and purifying into the highest frequencies of like filtering water. Definitely like a flame warrior. And it reminds me of when I'm coming in here, like the monks that wear orange for a reason, so they can always be seen in the darkest of days. And like drinking, it's all coming through very biblical. And so whether religious or not, hopefully you understand the symbology of what's coming through. And I'm grateful for that. But it's like is it the chalice or I don't know, the cup. Anyway, I'm not going to get constipated there. It's a replenishment. I feel like you infinitely have access to this because of the work that you do. And Spirit wants to like give back to you through other people, through other interesting predicaments is what I heard, because you see through that layers. What is a predicament is also, it's not just a predicament. It also has the power to blow open the perception and open your heart through the vitamins of seeing. Also, carrots might be a thing. I don't know if you cook with a lot of carrots or carotene. I don't know what it is. That's fine. All right. I'm going to get ready to close out here, Ariana. Again, if I didn't say so already, thank you so much for being you. I am completely grateful. Woo. Spirit Keeper of the West. See, there's all that. I don't know if fall's your time. Like it feels like Spirit Keeper of the West. Just feels, like when the seasons are changing color and all of these hues come out. And I can just give thanks in a new way for the cycle. Vision Quest and Talking Stick have both come out. You have a lot of vision. I don't know if, I don't know if I'm just feel like I'm talking a lot. Sorry. There's also the spirit guide coming through. That gentleman spirit guide. Like definitely somebody prominent. Look, maybe you're looking for new opportunities of how to talk about your visions, helping people, or you're stepping out of the tarot closet, whatever the case may be, right? And you are just deciding on how am I going to go about this? Nervous or not. Maybe you've been doing this for a super long time and I'm just like digging in to feel the inspiration of it, to really receive in return, if I may. Just by doing this reading, it's like a current, I'm going to call it, okay? But there's another word, a reciprocity current. That through the talking, even though I am of talking to myself, but speaking with your spirit as your incarnate, and the visions that you have, the visions that you see. And again, there's those fall colorings of the owl medicine, the courage, the healing, the foresight to see at nighttime, to help other people, including those spirits that are passed over and I'll say, stuck. Speaking with them and helping them move into the spectrum of light, whatever spectrum that may be, including the living, right? It's like a visionary. I feel like you're some sort of visionary. And I'm blatantly seeing a sleeping cap. So it's like your subconscious speaking to your awake state up here. Does it come through? Let's see that really tall, long sleeping cap. I love it. I love it. It's so fun. I'm also seeing a candle. I'm also seeing like a matchstick. I'm seeing a goat. And this goat is pushing up like a baby's bum. Like I don't know if you lift others up who feel small, or they're, just getting their footing on things, or you yourself are receiving from this guide as you're getting your footing on things. And you're like being pushed up right by the root. Sorry, I'm looking at that. It's like a kiss or a smooch from the loon to... It's like seeing two animals that appear like they don't even have the same landscape. See if I can bring this in without... It's like up here. So there's like the loon or the duck. And then I'm seeing this creature here is they're like connected, like a little smoochy smooch. But maybe it's like a sloth up in a tree, or it's a different kind of animal. But they're connected. Smoochies. It could be somebody from above. Like maybe you have a partner that passed, or you had a soulmate, something along that lines, or it's a part of yourself. Okay. Anything else for Ariana? Closing out with trees. There we go. So we have the poplar tree, duplicity, the yew tree, and renewal. See, duplicity, even in sight. Okay? 2 eyes. And then you also had, that kind of came out here at the end, is resourcefulness, the baobab tree. I'm not pronouncing that correctly. And the palm tree. The poplar tree, duality and duplicity, suffering and bitterness, enlightenment and happiness are all at play. Layers, 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 all like just layers is within you. The yew tree of renewal. Inner spiritual strength is renewed, bringing peace, certainty, and stability to nourish your soul. Giving and receiving. Yeah, and there's somebody specifically in spirit that's helping you with that, or assisting you with that. With the palm tree of success, the tree of paradise bears the fruit of eternal wisdom and light, but it is hidden, so it's difficult to find. I feel like it's not difficult for you, though. I'm able to, like, maybe like the, whatever that thing is that we all, that, drives us towards something or other. But I feel like for you, I'm able to appreciate things along the way. Like I understand a rock in a gravel driveway is a part of it, or things that stand out. And you might help people get through a lot of difficult things. You yourself have been through difficult things, and it's like the palm, like it's okay, relax, feel the wind, breathe, like a meditation teacher or something along that lines, or an introspective guide. The tree of life, the baobab tree, your thirst for knowledge will be answered by mystic thoughts in your subconscious. Resourcefulness. Oh my goodness. Like literally, I feel like we've been talking about this. In this conversation, there we go. In this conversation, which is this conversation, any thirst you have for how to go about something, for how to do something, there's some sort of grand guide in spirit that is helping you move west to whatever it is that you want. And I'm going to leave this here, Ariana. Thank you so much for being my muse. I do hope this supported, inspired, and until next time.